Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured unto you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or who wilt thou say to thy brother, Let me pull out thy mote of thine own eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Give not that which is holy unto dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under your feet, and turn again and rend you. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and ye shall find it. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth it, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will give him a stone? If he ask a fish, will give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to them that ask him? Therefore, in all things, whatsoever ye would that men do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there that be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth into life, and few be there that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? Then I will profess and say to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it. And it came to pass, when Yeshua had ended his sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he had taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. Now to Acts chapter 7. Now, Acts chapter 7. Then said the high priest, Are these things so? And he said, Men, brethren, and fathers, hearken. The God of glory appeareth unto our father Abraham, which, when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Charan. And he said unto them, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and come into the land which I shall show thee. Then it came to pass, then he came out of the land of Chaldeans, and dwelt in Charan. And from thence, and his father was dead. And he removed him into his home in this land, wherein ye are now dwell. And he gave him none inheritance in it, no, not as so much as his foot on it. Yet he promised that he would give it to him for possession and to his seed after him, when as yet he had no child. And God said unto his wives that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage, and entreat them evil 400 years. And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, said God, and after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place. And he gave him the covenant of the circumcision, and so Abraham begot Isaac and circumcised him the 8th day. And Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot the 12 patriarchs. And the patriarchs moved with envy and sold Joseph into Egypt, and God was with him, and delivered him out of his afflictions, and gave him favor and wisdom in the sight of Pharaoh king of Egypt. And he made him a governor over Egypt and all his house. And there came a dearth all over the land of Egypt and Canaan, the great affliction, and our fathers found no substance. But when Joseph heard there was no corn in Egypt, he sent out our fathers first. And at the second time Joseph was made known to his brethren, and Joseph's kindred was made known unto Pharaoh. Then sent Joseph and called his father Jacob to him and his kindred 70 souls, which is basically 75 souls. So Jacob went down into Egypt and died, and he and his fathers, and were carried into Shechem, and laid the sepulchre that Abraham brought for a sum of the money of the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem. But when the time of the promise drew nigh, when God had sworn to Abraham, the people grew and multiplied in Egypt, and until another king rose, which knew not Joseph. The same dwelt subtly with our kindred, and evil entreated our fathers, so that they cast out their young children, to the end that they might not live. In which time Moses was born, and was exceeding fair, and nourished up in his father's house 3 months. And when he was cast out, Pharaoh's daughter took him up, and nourished him for his own son. And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of Egyptians, and was mighty in the words and deeds. And when he was full 40 years old, it came to his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel, and seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him and avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Egyptian. For he supposed that his brethren would have understood how that God by his hand would deliver them, but they understood not. But the next day he showed himself unto them, and they strove, and they would set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are brethren, why do ye wrong one to another? But he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away, saying, Who made thee a ruler and a judge over us? Wilt thou kill me, as thou didst the Egyptians yesterday? Then fled Moses at the saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begot 2 sons. And when the 40 years were expired, there appeared unto him in the wilderness of Mount Sinai an angel of the Lord in a flame of fire in a bush. When Moses saw it, he wondered at the sight, and he drew near and to behold it. And the voice of the Lord came unto him, saying, I am the God of thy fathers, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Then Moses trembled, and durst not behold, and did not say that God was the God of Ishmael. Then said the Lord unto him, Put off thy shoes from thy feet, for the place where thou standest is holy ground. I have seen the affliction of my people, which is in Egypt, and I have heard their groaning, and have come down to deliver them, and now come. I will send thee into Egypt. And Moses, whom they refused, saying, Who made thee a ruler and judge? The same God who sent to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel which appeared unto him in the bush.